Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sayyid Shahir and today I am going to present you on the research topic of secure cloud-based authentication and authorization. I will cover a few researches done in this field and I would like to identify a few issues related to the security in cloud computing. First of all, let me start by defining what is cloud computing. Cloud computing is a new paradigm of information technology that has been developed very quickly in recent years. The vast spread of information technology on the web and fast growth of service providers enabled cloud computing systems to become a large-scale IT service model for distributed network environments. Cloud computing is built on top of already existed internet technologies and is delivered as a service system. Both cloud service providers and the computers are concerned about security issues associated with the cloud environment because different domains require different potential security methods. Now there is a trade-off between service delivery model and the security solution integrated in it. The higher the service level, the more the service provider is responsible for the security issues. Cloud computing security risks depend highly on the cloud service model, as I mentioned earlier. And the identity and access control service should provide identity management and access control to cloud resources for registered entities. Now that I have mentioned what is cloud computing and the issues related to the authentication and authorization in cloud computing, I would like to discuss some of the goals that we need to consider while moving and researching in this field. For example, the security issues that arise within this computing environment result in various obstacles from both business and technological perspectives. So, thinking objectively, the goals that we need to set are to provide a professional solution to the main issue at hand, authentication and authorization, to design an architecture that provides the needed security, to provide an approach of how to build cloud security system for ensuring identity management and access control solutions for cloud-based application service providers. From here on onwards, I am going to mention some selected research topics and the pros and cons related to them. Without a moment's delay, let us get started. In this research paper by Bella Adela and Piroska, a survey on cloud-based software platforms to implement secure smart grids stated that following are the most important things to maintain in a cloud computing environment: confidentiality, integrity, authenticity, access control, privacy, availability, authorization, and accountability. They provided existing solutions towards safe cloud computing. The methods included dynamic demand response, resulting research in collaboration with Los Angeles Smart Grid Project and Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. This method uses both public and private as service and platform, which includes sensors for the authorization so that the users can have access. VS Cloud, a solution presented by the University of Malaga, Spain, that includes advanced cryptography techniques and a SCADA architecture. Kryptonite, a method implementing RSA public-private key management with digital signatures and checksum. This easily fulfills the safety and accountability requirements. Aurelia Delphos et al.'s work. To solve the problem of authentication and authorization, they considered the public key infrastructure, identity-based cryptography, identity-based signature, and private information retrieval. Siddharth Sridhar et al.'s work. On the cyber infrastructure, their focus was on the communication and device security. Confidentiality, integrity, availability, authorization was achieved through a secure communication using encryption and VPNs. Authentication principles and protocols, as well as rekeying the credentials, are used to make the grid more secure. In this work, Marin proposed a method to generate a computer key. Since that key needs an encrypted password or its derivatives, access data through the third party access or usage was not even possible. Encryption and decryption can only be done on a user device with a master key that cannot be revealed externally from a user device. In another version, a computerized framework is given for components that implemented the method mentioned above. This method presented by Kravitz focused on deploying APIs for authentication purposes. Each different platform has a similar API or an application deployment. The application programmer shall use the APIs provided by the provider with the appropriate parameters to cite the desired features, example more third-party authentication. Now this patent by Verma suggested that the connections of every device should be connected to a central electronic system responsible for monitoring and assigning an address to the requesting parties and provide access to facilities depending upon the one making request on that address. And they explained similar embodiments in this patent and then clarified that by joining two or more of these embodiments, one can approach a secure and authentic way for cloud computing. Now, another approach for the smart grid security, authentication, and authorization. In this paper, the proposed platform was thus compatible with any client software implementing an XMPP communication interface. According to the standard description, this provides a powerful feature and enables the integration of heterogeneous software which can interact with simulated physical processes in a wide range of scenarios. For the physical dimension, Schemex uses simulation since this provides an efficient, low-cost, and safe approach to recreate the physical dimensions. But apparently this might be interpreted as a lack of realism and low-cost fidelity. Next up is a paper titled Cloud-Based Secure Authentication Protocol for Defense Against Denial of Server Attacks. A CSA protocol technique is capable of identifying a legitimate user's request and placing them at the front of the authentication process queue. The CSA protocol was deployed so that the total resource cost of the client side will be greater than the resource operation cost of the cloud-based server when they participate in the authentication process together. The total cost of the requester is the total estimated cost of each operation involved in the authentication process on the requester side until the authentication process ends. However, the total cost of the responder in the total estimated cost of each operation during the authentication process until the requester is determined to be either a legitimate requester or an attacker. Enabling security in cloud storage SLAs with CloudProof. Now this paper is specifically targeting cloud storage security and the authorization of the person who is requesting the data from a cloud storage. To fix this issue, a cloud-proof algorithm was presented, a secure storage system specifically designed for the cloud. In cloud-proof, customers can not only detect violations of integrity, write serializability, and freshness, they can also prove the occurrence of these violations to a third party. This proof-based system is critical to enabling security agreements in SLAs, wherein clients pay for a desired level of security and are assured they will receive a certain compensation in the event of cloud misbehavior. Several cloud storage systems exist today, but none of them provide security guarantees in their service level agreements. This lack of security support has been a major hurdle for the adoption of cloud services, especially for enterprises and cautious customers. If I don't stop here, this discussion might go on forever and ever because within computer networks, security, authentication, and authorization for cloud computing is one of the broadest and still fresh topics. I mentioned a few selected papers previously, but do you think that we were able to find the best solution to our problem? Well, possibly no, because a lot of emphasis in our previous research topics was put on confidentiality. Let us split the main issues in three parts: security in cloud, communication security with devices, security in the selected device. All the mentioned methods only cover two of the following issues, so generally it can be said that there is a trade-off between the set standards, and it is hoped that as time passes we will be able to cover all these issues completely and generally. And that's all from my presentation. If you still have some questions, queries related to the papers, patents, and topics mentioned above, feel free to ask them. Thank you very much for listening to me till the end. Allah Hafiz, Jazakallah.